All right, I got 2 minutes after. We're going to go ahead and roll with it, folks. How's everybody doing today? Welcome back. It's Thursday, one more day, one more full day left. So today, I have probably, I've done new agent orientations about a dozen times in the last 2 weeks, and I keep telling everybody I don't teach FMLS because FMLS is already teaching it. But today I am gonna teach it because I'm gonna teach you guys some probably little known tips and tricks, navigation techniques that will help you to walk through and know where where to find some of the things that you may not even know exist. Okay, so let's dive straight in. I've got an agenda pulled up here just to guide me through our conversations, and I'm going to share my screen. By all means, if you've got your laptop in front of you, if you have the ability, minimize me or put the screen in the corner and work on your own FMLS, your own matrix page, to demonstrate the stuff and show yourself exactly what I'm showing you. Okay, everybody good so far? Sharing my screen, and I am going to share this screen. All right, everybody looking at FMLS. All right, so first we are going to start on your main FMLS page, and I just want to call your attention to this, that if you need training and if you are a brand new licensee and you have not yet signed up for classes or the training kind of within FMLS that you need, this is the quick way to do it right here under FMLS training. You can do the find a class, and this will take you to the screen where you can reserve one of the slots for a class here. All of these are done now via Zoom. They used to have a classroom setting where you could go and do it in attendance. Now it's all done via Zoom. Thank you, COVID. Everything that you get in here is generally going to be worth some CE to you. So if you need CE, this is a great way to get it. If you cannot afford 3 hours worth of your time sitting on a Zoom call to cover a basic topic, or you just need to know something about Docs Plus or I don't know, pick a topic, how to do an auto email search or something like that. Let me show you one other option available to you, and that is the YouTube training channel. FMLS has a very extensive My FMLS YouTube training channel. Just about any training that you could get in one of their classroom settings or their Zoom settings and get 3 hours worth of CE, I can tell you with confidence that more than likely you can find that same topic covered in a video here. And gosh, you look at my playlist, I look at a lot of these videos. Check out all the red on those. So I use this stuff often, and I strongly suggest that you do the same. Okay. Let me show you one other thing that is on here. A little known thing that it's under training is a lot of you may not know that you can check your GREC CE credits and what you currently have and what you currently need by clicking there. It's going to bring you to the Georgia Real Estate Commission site. You log in with your login details, and it'll tell you exactly where your how many hours you have, if you've met all your required classes, et cetera, et cetera. Any questions on that so far? Okay, so that's on the main FMLS page. Let me show you just one other place. Reports is a great place to come and get some of your reports if you are looking for some statistical reports or some market research reports. These two areas are a great place to go. They're a little bit beyond the scope of what I would like to cover in this meeting today, but we can cover that in a future topic, or if you have some specific information about, I'm looking for a report that tells me X, Y, and Z, I probably can help you to get there. All right. So that's just on the FMLS homepage. We're going to spend most of our time talking about some of the tips and tricks within Matrix that are often overlooked. Okay. First order of business is not so much within Matrix itself, but more about how you organize your desktop that it makes the most sense to you. I'm going to make a strong argument that a lot of you need to use bookmarks and use it better. I still have people that are, instead of using a bookmark to log into their Moxie, they're going about 6 clicks into 21 Online, then Productivity Hub, then Moxie Engage, then Learn More. Then, I mean, it's all you got to do is bookmark it. And the way that you do that is the little star right there and bookmark this page and bookmark it where you want it to be bookmarked. If you will notice at the top of my screen, I've got all the stuff that I use most often. There's my broker mint, there's Moxie Works, there's Real Scout, there's my Matrix, there's Georgia MLS, there's 21 Online, and all my social media stuff. It's all right there. There's no reason for you to be doing 6 clicks into something when it's all right there on your desktop. Okay, so that's one of my first recommendations to you. Next, let us talk about when you open your matrix and your dashboard is open. A lot of us simply go straight past the screen and into the search. I want to show you a couple of things that are on here that are very quick and easy. First off, you can look at any of your clients that have done any recent one home search visitors. I don't know if anybody's still doing any one home searches or if everybody has converted theirs to Real Scout now. Looks like I have a couple that are still hanging out there from old people, but most of my people are on Real Scout searches now instead of one home. All right. One of the things that I use very often is right here, my listings. Yours is going to look a little different than mine simply because I have access to other stuff within the broker, but it's real easy to look and go, well, let's look at my active listings. And you can see which listings that you have. Let me go back to my dashboard. You can also see my hold listings, my editable listings. I have 66 editable listings because I can edit all of your listings that are out there. But you can also see the other listings within the office. So this would be a great way if you are my office active listings. We have 48 active listings right now. I'm gonna show you 10 at a time. I'll show you all 50 of them. If you were per se, say you're a new agent, you're looking for a house to go do a showing and do a preview of so that you can do a video for a marketing video or something like that. You could go to the My Office listings, find another agent in our office that has a property near where you would like to be. Say you're looking in Lawrenceville, you can come down here and go, gee, what do I got here? Whose listing is this? This is Rip Pruitt's. I'm going to call Rip and see if I can go do a preview and a video on his listing here. Make sense, everybody? Okay. The other screen that I use very often on the main dashboard is the external links over here. Okay. One of the ones that I probably reference the most directly from here is right here. Go to your showing time. And you can link directly to your showing time. You can do your listing setup right here. You can show what listings that you have. You can change your configuration. You can change and add your contacts, all that good stuff. We've covered this in other classes, and I can show you that. But I link to this showing time all the time, straight from that screen. Okay, the other link that I go to often from this external links is the supranet. Okay, so I don't know if anybody really fully grasped this. Everybody always thought, well, Supra is what's on your phone and that's how you open the doors. That is true. But did you know that you can also program the boxes to change settings? If your client is like, I don't want a single showing ever to come into this house before the hour of noon, you can actually change the settings on the box. You have to do so through your phone, but you can also monitor and make setting and inventory changes for boxes straight from FMLS through that supranet link. Is that news to anybody? Was that a surprise? A lot of people didn't know that. And if you have questions, more specific questions about how to do that, I can definitely show you more there. Okay. That's all I'm going to talk about on that page. Let me go back in and share again. All right. So the next topic is here we're going to talk about searching. So most people, like I have said in the past, go straight to the search and go straight to the screen. I am going to show you a couple of little tricks to customize this screen to your liking. All right. So these settings, I've helped a lot of agents, and I will come in and I will see when they open up their default settings, they have none of the statuses pre-selected here. Okay. But if you notice, I always like to look at actives. Anytime I'm doing a CMA, I look at actives, coming soons, pendings, expireds, and closed. You know what? I want to look at withdrawals too. I don't really care about active under contracts and holds when I'm doing a CMA, but I don't want to have to come in here and click 1, 2, 3, 6 times every single time I want to do a CMA or a search. So there is a simple little gear setting for set and clear defaults right up here in the residential sales bar. So what I would recommend everybody does is you come through here, you select the settings that you want, residential detached, what statuses you want. If you know you're always going to look in Cobb County and you never want to look in any other city or any other county, you can put that in here. And then you come up and you hit set and clear your defaults and set currently selected search criteria as my starting default. Okay, so now if I come out of this screen, come back to it and go to search, notice all of these settings are exactly what they were before. Make sense? So everybody want to take 30 seconds to do your own settings defaults? If you're following along right now, that might be helpful. All right. All right. Now, I have helped several agents in the last couple of weeks with this quandary. All right, Jay, I'm looking for, I'm going to look for 4-bedroom houses that are 2,000 plus square feet. And I'm just going to look in, you know what, let's look in the city of Woodstock. And I have 320 results for all of those. Now, let's say I wanted a search criteria, an additional search criteria, but I don't see that criteria listed right here in the standard search criteria. For example, what if I only wanted, I've got a client that's looking for a 4-bedroom, 2,000 plus square foot house. You know what? Let me set some prices on here. Let's do 300,000 through, not 3 million, but 300,000 through 400,000. Now I'm only looking at 44 houses. But say I only wanted to look at homes with a pool. My client was like, I'm only interested in seeing houses with a pool. Well, if you come down here and you go interior, here's exterior, does one of these say pool? It does not. So how do I search for a home that has a pool? All right, let's go a little bit further down. Do you see this additional fields bar? Yours may be blank. I've got a bunch of these down here because I've added these over the years. For example, what you will see is I have one in here for pool features. And now I can go back down through and I can say, I only want to look at homes that have, or I want to go above ground. You know what? They don't want an above ground pool. So I'm going to go back and unselect that. I want a gunite, heated, in-ground, indoor, saltwater. I'm going to look for all of those criterias. And guess what? I went from 44 search results down to 1. Make sense? If you don't have that field here, or if one of the ones that I have here is not the one that you're looking for, you go to the add remove and say they were like, I only want I don't know. I mean, there's acres right there, total beds. Say you've got a client that only wants main floor bedrooms or has a master on the main. Here we go, master association fee. Well, you know what? It doesn't have that, but you might be able to do master on the main or something along those lines. Pick your topic, move it over to this column, and it will appear down there in your search results down here at the bottom. And you can add that additional criteria. Okay, is that helpful? Here's one of the ones I've used in the past is accessibility features. I had a handicap client that was like, I need to have wheelchair accessible. So you can come in here and pick those. You can search for things like days on the market, or I only want a house that has no HOA. So you can come in here, you can do no under the HOA rental restrictions. Or if you only wanted to look up for one person, there's a way to do that by the listing agent ID. Okay. Was this an epiphany to anybody? Did y'all know this existed? It's nice to know, right? All right. That was another area. All right, let's go back. I want to show you new topic. You are looking for the results of our search. You know what? I'm going to go back to the same search that we were doing before. I'm now going to take the HOA rental restrictions off so I can get a good list. And let's remove all the pool stuff. No. Okay, now let's look at my results. These are all the homes in Woodstock between $300,000 and $400,000 that have a swimming pool that are 4 bedrooms. What if I wanted to know something additional from this view, like which ones are, wow. Say you wanted to know the days on the market so you knew which one of these was the oldest home that was out there. Well, one way that you can do it is click through and look for days on the market. Flip through right here and look at it right there on every single one of these. But an easier way to do that is to go back to the agent single line display, and we can add columns to this grid pattern. So one of the easiest ways I found to do it is to find a spot where there's space right here, and you can click on it and you can go insert column. And here, similar to what we did before, we want to put the criteria in here, but let's just say we wanted to know days on market. Days on market, apply. And now I have this column for days on the market. And again, using the same rationale that we said before, my example was, I want to know which one of these is the oldest home that's on the market, because that's the one I want to target. Well, I can simply come up here and I can click on there and it now orders them. I'm going to reverse order it and I can know that 703 Ivory Trail is the oldest 4-bedroom house in Woodstock between $350,000 and $400,000 on the market today. Make sense, everybody? And let me also show you the gear icon here. The next time I open this up, my days on the market will not appear there. But if I come down here, use the set clear your defaults again, the same way we did before, and I hit set current display as my default, then from now on, forever and ever, that days on the market column will appear within my grid in my single agent, single line search criteria.
How did you add that day? How did you add that extra column again?
Okay, so you pick the column header up here, the gray column, and you can just simply click in the blank space. That brings up this window, and you see remove column or insert column. You just hit insert column. Okay. You can also change that address label if you wanted. If you wanted to say it was the street address or something like that. I don't know why you would ever want to do that, but the most often used here is add or remove that column from there. And then again, Set and clear. Once you get it to where you want it, set it as the default, and it'll look that way for now, from now and forevermore.
Got you. Thank you.
Okay. All right. For brand new agents, this may be overkill for some of our newer agents, but most of us go to search and do residential, and you're very well versed at searching for residential resale homes that are on the market today. But then when it comes time to, I've got a client that's looking for a rental. How do I help them with that? Or I've got a client that's looking for land. I've never searched for land before, and you come to the same resale screen, and you don't know how to go through it. There are ways to look for land and lots, and you just simply go to that search criteria and you start here. If you happen to be in, I don't recommend that any of our agents that don't have commercial experience do anything commercial unless you're well versed and being coached by a commercial broker for this. But if you were looking for commercial, you could come in here and look for commercial. All right. Let me show you one of the other things that I love that I use often is I look up agents. Anytime I have a co-op agent, I want to know what my competition is, y'all, and you should too. So you can come down here and you can look up an agent and you can search for their criteria here. I want to find somebody named DeSantis. How many DeSantis? There's a Catherine and there's somebody named Nicole. I don't know. She's who knows. But you can actually click on them. You can look at their agent ID. You can even look to see if they have any active listings. In this case, Nicole doesn't because she's slacking. We all know this. Okay. But if you have, you get a message from an agent that calls on your listing and goes, hey, this is Nicole DeSantis, give me a call. You don't have their phone number. You can come in here, look them up, and find out their brokerage. If you need to do a little tattletaling, this agent is not calling you back. You've got their broker information and their broker phone number right there. Office fax and office phone. Use it. Okay, everybody good so far? I've got 5 more minutes and I've got tons more to talk about. So let's keep going. Let me go to an appropriate screen, and I want to show you something from within a actual view of a property. All right, so we are going to, I didn't mean to do that. Let's look at this first one. I don't even know whose this is. This is Lanier Ward. That guy is a slacker. I'm just kidding, y'all. I want to show you a couple of icons on here that that you may or may not be aware of. And you know what I'm going to do? This is a little hard to see, and I apologize for that. Y'all should have said something beforehand, but I want to increase the size here. Is that a little better? Okay. A lot of people gloss over the icons and the little hyperlinks that are down here below the photograph of the property within here. All right. Obviously, you have one that's easy to link to the map straight from here, which is, I find very useful sometimes. That same thing is available by clicking on the address over in the details here. I love the history report. If you've got a client that is interested in a home and you can click on the history report and you can see the fact that it has been under contract, back on the market, under contract, back on the market, that tells you a little something. You can also see what it listed for previously by looking at the history over here. Very, very helpful. And by the way, if you're looking up a house and you want to see how long ago it was that they borrowed it or they bought it or what it listed for back then, you can hyperlink to the old listing for that same property right there. All right. I toggle between the matrix view and Real Scout. This icon takes you directly to the realist tax report, not Real Scout, sorry, the realist tax report for this property. It brings it up and you can see all of the pertinent tax information. You can, link to it, hyperlink to it. You can see all of the history, everything that you need straight from realist tax. And you don't have to type in the address. All you got to do is hot link it directly from that little columned building looking icon. Okay. point out a couple of little things. There are some other ones in here where you can enter something for down payment resources and InstaView. I love the documents, and this is where you can pull any documents, and kudos to Lanier for making sure that his disclosures got posted here, so we can see that he's got his community association disclosure already hyperlinked and accessible to any agent that is potentially going to write an offer to him for this property. Okay, the other one that I like and I use all the time is the open house. If you see the little open door icon right there, that tells you that this whole house has an open door or open house scheduled, and you can click on it and you can see that he's got this one scheduled for the 3rd at 12 to 2. Pretty cool. Okay, now let me show you one other thing. Notice the little policeman inside the box right here. If you notice something that is problematic within a listing, you're searching for something on your client, you see some clearly erroneous information in here. Say, for example, either Lanier or whoever did his input accidentally put this and put an extra 1 in that in the 1,100 or 1,400 square feet and put 11,425 square feet. That's an error that probably should be corrected. And there's one way to, the easiest way to do that is to hit the policeman report, and you can anonymously submit a report to GREC. This is the way it does it. You fill out some information, you tell them, it looks like it's incorrect or whatever. And it makes, it allows them to be, the FMLS to be the bad guy in the situation, not you. Okay. The other thing that is down here, you can only see this information. This is the access information for Supra. This is only visible if it's your listing. Likewise, the edit the listing details are here, or edit the photos are here. These are only eligible if it's your listing. You won't see these on another listing for another agent or another brokerage. All right. Unfortunately, I've got more material for you, but I do not have enough time. So does anybody have any burning questions? Anything that I covered that I skimmed over too quickly, you need to go back on?
Hey, Jay, I had a question about the law classes that GREC requires.
Yep. Is
the contracts class a law class?
There are 2. So you're going to have the GREC requirements are license, law, and whatever the hour requirements are. If you need license law, stand by, because we're going to be doing it probably in February or March. We will also be, I'm coordinating, I think the 1st of February, we're also going to do GAR contract changes, which everybody knows every year in January, and I think in June or July, GAR updates the contract documents. So we're going to have a 3-hour CE class that'll happen on February 1st for contract changes. And then license law will probably be in February or March if you need that. Okay.
Thank you.
What other questions do y'all have? Everybody can ask questions except for Claire, because nobody can hear her. All right, everybody, that's all I got for you today. Hopefully this was productive and helpful. Programming note, I plugged yesterday in the Ninja meeting and also on online that today's huddle was going to be a Moxie demo. I didn't realize that we had already had a guest speaker booked today, so today's huddle is actually going to be America's Preferred Home Network. Our guest preferred vendor, Ted Frithian, is going to be here, and he's going to talk about updates to the new warranty program that we've got in place. Some of the changes and updates there. So see you at 11 o'clock.
What time? 11. Okay, thanks.
Yep, 11 o'clock here in the conference room. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.